Thank you to Mizrahi Canada for everything that you do to connect our community and connect the Jewish people with Israel. It is, of course, my absolute honor to serve as your Member of Parliament and your voice in Ottawa under hopefully the next Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre. I don't know how to follow that, but it is with mixed emotions that I stand before you tonight. As we gather after Yom HaZikaron, we will never forget those who paid the ultimate sacrifice so that the Jewish people could be free in their own land. They have all played a role in guaranteeing the future of the Jewish people where it belongs, in Jewish hands. And this year feels especially somber, and rightfully so. But it gives us, and it should give us, stronger resolve today, and hopefully stronger resolve tomorrow. With the same resolve as those who on this day in 1948 reestablished the State of Israel's sovereignty as the ancestral homeland of the Jewish people. And after the evil and the devastation of the Shoah, the Jewish people, the survivors, and the Middle Eastern refugees reunited in the land of our ancestors, establishing a state that today is the beacon of freedom and democracy, with a promise that the Jewish people will live forever in peace and security. But of course, that peace and security was threatened on October 7th by the genocidal death cult that is Hamas and their masters in Iran. And while Israel and the Jewish people have not only the right, but the absolute obligation to defend its people and the homeland, politicians at home trip over themselves to morally equivocate between terror and democracy. And there has never been any doubt in my mind that Israel will emerge from this war victorious, that Hamas will be defeated, and that our hostages will come home. And when the war finishes, a silent score will be tallied. Who was with Israel in fire and through water? Who was there when things were easy but were gone when things were hard? I think you know what category Canada will find itself in. And that, my friends, will change. That will change, and we will never be on the wrong side of history ever again. I am proud to stand with you. I am proud to stand up for you. And I am proud to have a leader in Pierre Poilievre who will do the same thing no matter what. Major work to do to repair Canada's relationship with Israel, a relationship that is long and strong and 75 years young. And it wasn't like this before, and it will not be like this after. And I'm part of a team that places fixing that relationship and so many other things at the top of our priority list. And we will always be steadfast supporters of the Jewish people. I am proud to be part of a principled, common sense caucus that will make Canada stronger at home and stronger and more respected abroad. It is not lost on me that tonight we are here surrounded by security officers, that pro-Israel activists, that students, that young people, that our neighbors face daily threats because of our heritage, because of our faith, because of our views. And that many who attend community centers like this or shuls do so under the protection of police officers. The fact that through a combination of lawlessness and spinelessness, this government has allowed hate against Israel, hate against Israelis, and hate against Jews spiral out of control in this country. It matters what we say, and it matters what we do. And when they refuse to condemn anti-Semitic slogans and protests and the absolute ridiculous encampments that are now on our university campuses, when they refuse to arrest those who break the law, they send a signal. When they give taxpayer dollars to anti-Semites like Laith Marouf or organizations like UNRWA, they send a signal. And when they hold hands with terrorists like Mahmoud Abbas and they call groups like the Taliban our brothers, they send signals. And friends, when they cannot and will not ban the IRGC terrorists whose proxies are the very threat to our own people, or tear down the twisted DEI programs that all of the institutions that we once supported now embrace, they send a signal. And on Yom Haatzmaut, we strengthen our resolve unequivocally to support Israel's right to defend itself, its obligation to defend itself, to bring home the hostages and defeat Iran and its proxies. The way in which, despite the enemies of freedom that have tried to destroy us, the Jewish people have endured, and the Jewish people will always endure. We have worshipped the same faith in the same language on the same land for thousands of years, and for thousands more. The flames of the menorah will burn, the ancient songs will be sung at Shabbat, at every Simcha, and on every Chag, and the echoes of generations will always say,